Gotham City, a place where laughter is rare and pain is everywhere. The rich live in towers of glass. The poor are left in the shadows, choking on garbage and forgotten by the system. But this is not a story about the city. This is the story of one man, Arthur Fleck, a man who dreamed of making the world laugh, but instead became the face of its anger. This is how Arthur Fleck became the Joker. Arthur Fleck was a clown for hire. Every morning, he painted on a smile and walked into a city that only mocked him. One day, while dancing on the sidewalk with a sign, a group of kids stole it. Arthur chased them, but in a dark alley, they beat him to the ground. No one helped. No one ever did. Arthur's life was a cycle of humiliation. On the bus, his uncontrollable laughter made people uncomfortable. Even when he tried to be kind, the world pushed him away. At home, things weren't better. He cared for his frail mother, Penny, who called him happy. She filled his head with dreams that Thomas Wayne, Gotham's wealthy businessman, would one day save them. But those were only fantasies. Arthur longed for the stage. He wanted to be a stand-up comedian. In front of a mirror, he rehearsed his jokes, forcing his laughter into something that sounded real. But his joke book was not full of punchlines. It was full of broken thoughts. The worst part about having a mental illness is people expect you to behave as if you don't. When Arthur finally stepped on stage, his voice cracked, his timing failed, and the audience laughed, not at the joke, but at him. And to make things worse, the man Arthur admired most, Murray Franklin, the famous talk show host, played his failed act on national TV, turning Arthur into a joke for the whole city. Arthur was invisible. Even the state didn't care. His therapist told him the truth. Funding was cut. They don't give a damn about people like you, Arthur, and they don't give a damn about me either. With that, Arthur lost his medication and the little hope he had left. One night, Arthur sat alone on the subway. 3 young men in suits, drunk and cruel, spotted him. They mocked him, pushed him, and when he laughed uncontrollably, they attacked. But this time, Arthur fought back. He pulled the gun from his coat. 3 shots rang out. The men fell. Arthur fled into the night, heart racing, but for the first time, he felt alive. The murders became front-page news. But the city didn't mourn the victims, they celebrated. The killings became a symbol of rebellion. "Kill the rich," the people cried, donning clown masks to protest the system. Arthur hid behind the mask too, but inside he felt something awakening. For the first time, he wasn't powerless. At home, he found letters his mother had written to Thomas Wayne. They spoke of secrets, of Arthur being Thomas's illegitimate son. Shaken, Arthur confronted Wayne, only to be beaten and called a disgrace. Arthur's fragile world collapsed further when he discovered the truth at Arkham Asylum. His mother was delusional. He was adopted. As a child, he had been abused while Penny turned a blind eye. Arthur's laughter was not joy. It was trauma. Every smile he forced was a mask hiding decades of pain. That night, Arthur visited Penny in the hospital. He leaned close, whispering that she had ruined his life. And then, he ended hers. Arthur was no longer a victim. He was becoming something else. Arthur was invited to appear on the Murray Franklin show. For years, he had dreamed of this moment. But now, he wasn't coming as Arthur. He was coming as someone new. In his small apartment, Arthur painted his face. Blue diamonds over his eyes, a red smile carved across his mouth, and a suit as bright as fire. On the stairway outside, Arthur danced. Not like a clown, but like a man finally free. The city roared with chaos as Joker walked into the studio. Murray welcomed him, unaware of what was coming. Live on air, Joker confessed to the subway murders. He mocked the hypocrisy of society. And when Murray tried to humiliate him once more, Joker pulled a gun and shot him in front of millions. Gotham exploded. The streets filled with fire, clowns, and chaos. Police cars overturned. Windows shattered. And in the middle of the storm, Joker was lifted high by the crowd, a king born of violence. Meanwhile, in a quiet alley, Gotham's wealthiest family, the Waynes, fell victim to the madness. Little Bruce Wayne watched as his parents were gunned down, forever scarred by Joker's uprising. Arthur Fleck never wanted to be the Joker. He wanted love. He wanted to be seen. But Gotham only gave him pain. So he gave Gotham something back. He gave them a face for their anger, a voice for their rebellion, a smile carved out of blood. Was Joker a villain?